Thank you. Patricia, would you just hand that to Kathy Lee? She's going to hand them out. Thank you. Angelika, do you need this? The less paper I have up here, the better. You ready, Angelika? Testing. Can you hear me, everyone? Good morning, and to all of these bright, shiny faces here in the sanctuary, welcome to Unity in the Gold Country this morning, this beautiful day, and a welcome to all of those who are joining us on YouTube today. We are happy you're here with us as well. So my name is Sandy Spurgeon, and I'll be the platform assistant today, and we're welcoming Angelika, who will be gracing us with her beautiful music and also inspiring us with the talk and meditation today. So we're very happy to welcome her today. And I understand that Kelly Garmeyer is here also. She'll be joining Angelika for one piece today, which I think will be really lovely. We're very happy to have Kelly here as always. So to begin our celebration today, we'll begin with the lighting of the Christ candle. So I invite you all to be comfortable in your seats and just to take a nice deep breath and be fully present right here, right now. In the beginning was the one presence of undivided, unmanifest, pure spirit of life, light, and love. In its generosity, it shared itself, its consciousness, and its love in the visible form of creation. We acknowledge this presence within us, and as us, the creative energy of the divine feminine and masculine expressing in all our giftedness and creativity. We acknowledge this presence in our companion Mother Earth and in all sentient beings. This universal presence in everything we call the Christ. We light this candle as a visible reminder of that Christ presence, expressing in, as, and through us in this present now moment. It is the truth. Let us own it. And now we will have our opening song, Fountain of Flame.
And I want to invite you to sing with me. I have the words up there. What is this life flowing through my veins? Could it be other than divine? Sing together. What is this life flowing through my veins? Could it be other than divine? Oh, fountain of flame, thy light is within me, around me, everywhere. Oh, fountain of flame, thy light is within me, around me, everywhere. What is this life flowing through my veins? Could it be other than divine? What is this life flowing through my veins? Could it be other than divine? Oh, fountain of flame, thy light is within me, around me, everywhere. Oh, fountain of flame, thy light is within me, around me, everywhere. So we sing it one more time, so sing out. What is this life flowing through my veins? Can it be other than divine? What is this life flowing through my veins? Can it be other than divine? Oh, fountain of flame, thy light is within me, around me, everywhere. Oh, fountain of flame, thy light is within me, around me, everywhere. Oh, fountain of flame, thy light is within me, around me, everywhere. Just taking a deep breath together. And if you would like, you can close your eyes as I do the invocation for this service. Just settle in a little bit deeper and relax a little bit more. Put a slight smile on your face and take a deep breath. And just noticing what is here. The thoughts floating through the sky of the mind, like clouds, coming and going. Sensations in the body, not evaluating anything, not needing anything to be different. Simply here with what is. And in that relaxation, we have the opportunity to be more present, to open more to the greater reality of our being, our essence. And from A Course in Miracles, what we are is unaffected by our thoughts and feelings, but what we look upon is their direct result. You will yet know that peace is part of you and requires only that you be there to embrace any situation in which you are. And finally, you will learn that there is no limit to where you are, so that your peace is everywhere as you are. And from that Khan, there is only life, no one living it. In order to know God, we must welcome everything. Every moment of darkness is pregnant with the light. Everything that is happening in our life is here to serve us. Life is like a loving parent. It will teach us about truth in whatever way we need to be taught. And from Amodama, when we open our hearts to the deepest acceptance of what is already unfolding in our experience here, whatever that may be, we go beyond our small selves and discover the truth of who we are, which is beyond all definitions.
And from this place of peace within and with an open heart, we acknowledge and pray for the names on our prayer list as we see them whole, holy, and complete, surrounded in the light and the love of all that is. As we pray for Barb Whaley, Dave McLinnister, Jim Jacobs, Amy Rutherford, Wesley Rayleigh, Debbie Chacamati, Linda in New Mexico in the fire area, Margie and Todd Sloan, Jim Verling, Genevieve Verling, John and Claudia Martin, Joshua Hill, Shona Hugh, Alex Klimovich, Mark Wandrow, Melanie, Kathy Evell, Ann Johnson, Lee William Hone, Brianna Seitz, Kaylee Kosris, Linda Steele Clark, Bella, Stephanie Fazin, Bob Edmondson, Jackie Gamage, Sharon Watson, Sushila Mertens, Gregory Palmerino, Gail White, Angelina White, Gita and George Navo, John Lumiere Wins. We also pray and send comfort to all families grieving in Uvalde, Texas, and the grief rippling outward. We pray that voters are compelled to follow their pure heart and elect representatives who advance communities of peace. And if you would join me in this prayer, there is only one presence and one power, active as the universe and as our lives, the all-loving goodness of God, and all is well.
And now we're going to go a little bit deeper into meditation.
Let me read the daily word first. The daily word. It's okay. We're
I'm so
coordinating.
eager to meditate, you know.
She's just so anxious. We're all anxious to meditate after that prayer list. All right, so today's word is comfort. The love in my heart is my comfort. I invite you to say those words with me. The love in my heart is my comfort. If the sadness of loss diminishes my joy as I think of happy experiences with the loved ones who are no longer with me, I remember that the love we shared will bind us together always. Love can never die. Love, the most beautiful attribute of God, is present always, everywhere. I am comforted as my heart opens to the divine love within me, knowing that this same love enfolds all of those I hold dear, no matter where they are on the eternal journey of life. Peace and strength grow in my awareness as I open myself to love's expression. I bless everyone who comes to mind today with loving thought. I speak a loving word or perform a simple act of kindness whenever I can. As I bring comfort to others, I am comforted also. The love in my heart is my comfort. And now we have the meditation.
So as we start our meditation, there are a few elements I would like to teach you to give you a deeper experience. And these are ancient yogic techniques as well as modern neuroscience rediscoveries. And one is a self-hug. So you put one arm sort of more vertical on the midline and touch your high heart. And then the other arm around, just like this. And just for a moment, feel that. It's extremely soothing to the nervous system. And the other two elements are a smile. And they discovered that when we smile, it totally opens up our crown energy center, our chakra. And it engages so many muscles. It totally changes the biochemistry in the brain and in the body. So whenever I say, put a smile on your face, even if you don't feel like it, just do it. And the other element that is really incredibly soothing and centering is humming. And we hum in a way that, just feel the vibration on your lips. Beautiful. And believe it or not, we can actually hum and smile at the same time. We'll try that. Oh, I like that sound. It's like bees coming home, isn't it? Beautiful. Thank you. You guys are awesome. I'm so happy to be with you. So let's just kind of take a deep breath. And close our eyes and get more comfortable and more relaxed. Breathing more deeply and slowly. And let's take this opportunity to come to a deeper level of acceptance with ourselves, with others, and perhaps even the world the way it is. To release any blame for this being that has journeyed so courageously through life to arrive here now. It's a miracle. And I invite you again to put a smile on your face, calming the mind and body, so we can experience more deeply the power and magic of this present moment, where nothing is missing and all is welcome, where we are together supporting each other with our hearts, with our energy, with our presence. Breathing deeply into the lower abdomen, and as you exhale, hum with me so you feel the vibration. And smiling, fully present. And just notice how this affects your system and how it may open up inner dimensions. yourself to open to a new space within. Your sky-like nature, beyond the habitual way that we experience life. We can take a break from that right now and allow the smile and the hum, that sound of creation, to reveal the eternal spacious presence within and all around us. You are so incredible to take on such a difficult and wonderful experience in this dimension of physicality, of perceived limitations, just to demonstrate the journey back to the light, to forgive when it is not easy, to help clear the collective mind of errors, to do the work of the divine. And what if this unique being that you are would open up to new experiences of incredible, expansive love and beauty? Let's hold that in our hearts, because no matter what, we truly are powerful creator beings, each of us a spark of infinity, the luminous child that Source created in its own image, imbued with its very own qualities. We are the sacred meeting ground. Taking a deep breath. Just taking that in and smiling. Relax and try that self-hug. See how that feels. What if you knew for sure that all is forgiven completely? That you are accomplishing what you came here for, that you are safe and sovereign, and nothing happens out of order, that truly everything is here to help you, with no exception. What if you can experience divine connection and joy, inner peace and freedom from conflict, anytime you really want and choose that? What if you cannot fail, regardless of what is going on? What if you knew for sure that you cannot be left behind? What if you can realize and live informed by your true luminous nature, your inner wisdom, right here, right now, leaving old limiting ideas behind? And again, taking a deep breath together. Feel that vibration on your lips and in your whole being and with each other. Let's do it again and tune into everybody here in this room, even the invisible ones. Just noticing what is present now. And noticing how you might be feeling a little bit different right now than when you first came in the door. And just realizing how easy it is to choose this peace and alignment. And what a gift it is to be able to experience this together as a community, as a family. Thank you for you. Thank you for being here. Take your time, and when you are ready, remaining in that state of peace and relaxation, you can gently open your eyes and bring your awareness back to this room and smile. Thank you, I love you. Thank you, I love you. Let's say that together a few times. Thank you, I love you. 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 I'll share a song with you here again. It's by Elevation Worship, but I changed some words, as I often do when they don't quite fit my current state of consciousness. I just changed them. Can't go back to the beginning. Can't control what tomorrow will bring. But I know here in the middle is the place where you promised to be. I am enough when I remember who I truly am. 'Cause all I want is all I am when this heart is whole again. As I walk now through the valley, let this love rise above every fear, like the sun shaping the shadow. In my weakness, this glory appears. I am enough when I remember who I truly am. 'Cause all I want is all I am when this heart is whole again. Can't go back to the beginning. Can't control what tomorrow will bring. But I know here in the middle is the place where you promised to be. Not for a minute am I forsaken, for love is in the space. Love is in the space. Light up the darkness, let hearts as I switch to the talk part today, let's not get out of this space. Let's just stay in that aligned, peaceful place and use this talk to go even deeper. So I wanted to explore with all of us today what it means to be fully human and fully divine. And we will examine how and why our fixing it, trying to fix it approach doesn't quite produce the desired results. And what might be more effective on our adventurous journey through life. So let's dive deep into our innermost heart and mind and perhaps be transformed again and again and again. So what did I mean with this title, Sacred Meeting Ground? And what comes to mind for you? Thank you. They wanted the sound a little bit up, so I turned it up on my mixer. I used to feel that this human being here was more of a battleground rather than a sacred meeting ground. But that has changed. And I don't know exactly how it changed, but it was the attitude towards life and my experience and the world that changed for me. And I really, truly experience life differently, completely differently, even in little things. The people in the back, those sweet beings, they want the sound to be up a little bit more. Thank you. They're giving me smoke signals. So what changed is really how I meet life. And so I want to examine that a little bit. And there is a quote from Nisargadatta Maharaj, a great Indian saint. And he said, "Once you realize that the road is the goal, and that you are always on the road, not to reach the goal, but to enjoy its beauty and its wisdom, life ceases to be a task and becomes natural and simple in itself an ecstasy." So whoever has tried to fix themselves or others or the world? All right. Well, we're all familiar with it. We've become really good at it, haven't we? Did it ever work? No. Let's see some hands if it ever worked. Well, it kind of worked. And just to put in a little disclaimer here, what I am talking about is not that we're not trying to do our very best in life outwardly, and we're making the world a better place, and we're contributing our gifts wholeheartedly, and we do whatever the divine is giving us to do. I'm not saying not to do that. What I'm talking about in this whole thing is an inner attitude, how we meet life internally. And so, has it ever occurred to us that pushing away one part of life and wanting the other part, only wanting the good stuff and pushing away all the painful stuff, that might not be quite realistic? So I used to feel very goal-oriented in life, and I was missing the journey. I was missing the enjoyment of each moment. And the strange part is that even if the moment is painful, there can still be joy and peace underneath. You know, I see it as the emotions and the things that come up and the commotion in our life are like waves. But are the waves separate from the ocean? They are the ocean too. The only difference is the ocean remembers that it is the all, but the wave only feels it is the wave. It forgets about the ocean. And then what about the sky? Just a clear blue, endless, infinite sky. Our true nature is like that sky. And then all the rest is clouds. And clouds can be beautiful. Right now, they're puffy and they're making castles out there in cotton balls, and we love them. And clouds can be menacing, and clouds can sometimes block out the whole sky to where we don't know and see anything else, no blue inside anywhere. But they are still clouds. And what do we know about the nature of clouds? They come and they go. They arise and they dissolve. So it's the same way with all of our experiences in this physical plane. All of them. No exception. Every emotion comes and goes. So even the high states, like when we're really blissful and in divine union states, those too come and go, don't they? So all sorrows, all pains, eventually, they dissolve. So what is left? And what is all the fuss about, anyway? What is left beyond all the clouds and the waves is always the ocean and the sky, which is our true nature. And the experience of life that is so different for me comes from the knowing. I finally just realized something. I realized that I don't have to fix the world or life, that the world is here, this journey, this life, that is the juice. This is what I came here for, to have the experiences. And the world is a school. It's where our souls can receive experiences and wisdom. It's not always as serious as it seems. And sure, there is tremendous heartache in this world. But it's just more visible now. It has always been here on this planet. And the reason is because we have split everything into opposites, right? The lover, the beloved, chaos, order, divine, human, nature, spirit. Everything has been kind of compartmentalized. So what if we could simply be totally present? So in a way, what that takes is practice. We need to practice. And it's about setting the mind right. You know, Course in Miracles, Nat Khan, Amudama, all the wise ones talk about that constantly. And I love to listen because it's always the same message, but always in a new way. I love hearing it in a new way. It's just so fun to hear the truth. It brings me joy. And so the truth from within, it's growing. It's growing and it's becoming stronger, and it's my orientation. So I want to teach you actually a gesture that I learned from a wonderful, very high-class spiritual shaman, Christoph Melchizedek from New Zealand. You know, when we talk about source or God or the quantum, that field, that origin where all things arise from, he calls it Hara. It's an Eastern term. Hara is that direct source connection. So sometimes it helps to make a gesture, because the body, we experience things through our bodies. We can't just be stuck in the head. Our bodies are our feedback. It's our vehicle. It's our interface between spirit and this world. So I've learned from Christoph that you can just so quickly go and function from Hara, from source, by just making this simple gesture. You put one hand down towards the earth, and the other hand like this, and you just bring it in, just like. And I am really, really amazed how simple gestures, they can have such a powerful effect, just like the self-hugging or the smiling or the humming. These are such simple things. But if we really practice them often throughout our day, you know, we would really be in a different state of mind most of the day. So it's really practicing. So my friend and dear beloved friend and teacher, he says, well, the mind, yeah, it's all about training the mind, and it's your dog to train. Okay. And it really is. It does follow directions. It doesn't seem like it's following directions because so many of the tendencies and our habits come from the subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind learns by repetition. So we were born into a climate of trauma, a planet where there's trauma. We were born into families where they weren't totally entirely peaceful and aligned. So the trauma got passed on. So we have collective trauma, we have personal trauma, and we have ancestral trauma. So to grow through that is sometimes very, very painful, but it is what we came here to do. It is our sacred exploration. And so to feel it fully is the key. And that is something we often don't want to do when it comes to painful things, right? We just can't even handle it anymore, the pain in this world, or the pain in our own hearts. We all have broken hearts. And we need to be so tender with those broken hearts. And we need to keep bringing in spirit, hara. Let's do that together. Just deep breath. Sovereign. You are a divine creator being, amazing, miraculous. No one will ever express the way you do, ever. Hara. Feeling that hand grounding you into the earth, and the other one right straight to source. Yeah, bring it in right here into your middle. Beautiful. Beautiful. So I want to first share a quote from one of my teachers, Sri Bhagavan, from Oneness University. He says, acceptance is letting everything come. Forgiveness is letting everything go. Love is letting everything be. Wisdom is letting all things arise, flourish, and release naturally. Awareness is restful attentiveness. And Sri Bhagavan also said, the suffering comes from all the should not be. This should not be. This should not be. And it's this resistance to life which causes our suffering. There is a huge difference between pain and suffering. Pain is a sensation. It could be emotional pain. It could be sense of loss, losing a loved one, or it could be a physical injury. But it's the stories and the interpretation that we put on top of the sensation that is creating the pain, the suffering. So there is a difference, and when we can see that mind, and from the subconscious mind, all these programs come in, and the voices, oh, you're not good enough, or you've done this wrong, and you can never make it. All those voices, watch for those voices, and not shooing them away, but say, oh, sweetheart, you learned wrong. Oh, sweetheart, come here, let me hold you on my lap, and let's learn together what the real truth is. Why do we believe those voices? Well, because they've been repeated over and over and over and over. And we could never digest the original experiences of pain. And so the next time something was like that, the pain got bigger and bigger and bigger. And pretty soon we walk around like an open wound, you know. So let's just put our hand on our heart. And I have a little contemplation for us. And again, always use the breath. You know, whenever anything comes in, just focus on your breath. Be aware of the breath, because that is the key to this present moment. And let's just make it a little bit deeper and feel your feet on the floor, the earth grounding you. And just be curious and see if you could not evaluate yourself or your sensations or anything. Just simply be present and see what's there, kind of like a curious explorer. Just kind of checking in. Is there any aversion? Is there any craving? Is there any judgment of anything? Let's see if we can be with what is. And so focus on the space that is beyond the boundary of the body. It is kind of neutral, and it is totally fine with having the body within it, arising within it. And that same space, that neutral, welcoming all space, is also within every cell of us. So it's within and without. So for a moment, think of something that might be painful for you or troubling, and just curious, not having your usual thoughts or judgments about it, and just feel, where is it in the body? Where do you feel those sensations? Or maybe in your heart center. And just taking a deep breath. So these are the local sensations. And now focus back onto the expanded sky-like nature and consciousness in you, around you, permeating everything. Your ocean nature, your limitless nature. And if I had more time, I would do this exercise a few more times back and forth. But perhaps you can do that on your own. Just practice it when you go home. I want you to take something with you from this service. Not just feel good in the moment, but having some really powerful tools. The tools that worked for me, I'm sharing with you. So just sitting in that space and going back and forth, unpleasant, sky-like nature, and see how they just come closer and closer together in consciousness. Welcoming. And right now, see if you can experience both at the same time. Some painful sensation, whether in the body or in your emotional, and that sky-like nature, the ocean of consciousness that you also are. And see if you can perceive that together. And that is the sacred meeting ground where human and divine, finite and infinite, meet to have a dance together, to have a seeming journey together, just for the thrill of it. All is well. And since God is love, love must know itself. So it creates a lover and a beloved, and something to find. It creates a goal to chase after, while in reality it is always itself. To attain union is so impossibly difficult because it is impossible to become what we already are. So, what if I knew for sure that all is forgiven totally, that I accomplish what I came here for, that I am protected and safe and sovereign, and that nothing will happen that is not for my highest good? What if I knew for sure that I can experience divine connection and joy, inner peace, freedom from conflict? What if I cannot fail? What if I cannot be left behind? If I knew for sure that I am realizing my true luminous nature in this lifetime, living from that more and more by choice and grace, and why not? And I know even right now that right here in the center of my being, something very holy is going on. I am the sacred meeting ground, and there is nothing to change. All is well. Just take a deep breath together, and let's hum on the exhale. And smile. And when you're ready, without ever leaving this space, no matter what waves come, you can open your eyes, but you can stay in that center internally and still talk. I learned that through music. I learned to get connected to the divine and sing from there. And now it's coming into the rest of the life, talking and sharing and all the things I do. It's not always, but I'm practicing. So let's practice together. Are you in? All right, awesome. Because I need you. I need you so much. We need each other. And every time you have the ability to choose that state, you are helping the whole. You're helping this whole world. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Angelika, for a beautiful message. Thank you so much for being here. So we've come to our time of love offering. And I would say from that sacred meeting ground, we take our love offerings today, that which comes from our heart, and hold it on against your heart if you would. And if you're giving with someone else, you might choose to hold hands. And then we can repeat our love offering affirmation. My heart is open to receive and grateful for all my good. I give fearlessly with love. All right, and our ushers?
And now we want to share a song with you, and it's by Jaya Lakshmi, and it's called This Is the Day, and it's actually the perfect song to end this service with. And I invited my friend Kelly, who sings for you as well, to sing with me, and that's a real joy for me to sing together. And you sing too if you like. Now is the time when I let go of my fears, inhibitions and sense of dread. When I give up control and I let you hold me with no resistance in my soul. This is the day when I throw it all away into the fire of the all-loving one. Now I have
So before I begin announcements, I left out a very important welcome. And I'm wondering if there's anyone here today that's new to Unity in the Gold Country. Great. If you don't mind raising your hand, we have a little packet for you. And welcome and thank you for being here. Okay. Anyone else? Oh, great. Thank you, Kathy Lee, for handing those out. All right, so on to our announcements. The celebration of life for Greg Plank is coming up soon, this weekend, June 4th, from 12:30 to 3:30, hosted at the home of Cliff and Marlene Bottenfield. And we'd like to encourage people to do carpooling. So if you, there are sign-up sheets in the back. If you wouldn't mind signing up, if you plan to come, if you could sign up for carpool, that would be great. And then today after service, we could use some help moving tables and chairs and to prepare napkins and silverware. So if you have time this afternoon to stay, that would be lovely. Thank you. Community Singing for Peace is sponsored by Interfaith Nevada County. The purpose to share through song messages of love, respect, peace, and appreciation for all of God's children to celebrate what our faiths share. That's on June 23rd, 2:30 to 4:30, 151 Union Square Stairway on Mill Street. The Dream Group with Nancy Chandra is going to be the first Thursday of the month, starting on June 2nd at 10 a.m. Be sure to notify Leslie by noon on June 1st if you plan to attend. And I believe, Leslie, that's an in-person. Yes. It's an in-person, so be here at Unity. A Course in Miracles is the first Thursday of the month at 6:30 p.m. I see. And that is also an in-person class here. Matt Kahn, first and third Wednesday, monthly, 7 to 8:30, in person or on Zoom. Spiritual Exploration, Tuesdays at 10 a.m., in person or on Zoom. As always, check your e-bulletin weekly for details and updates. All right, I think those are the messages, and Angelika has a message.
I have an announcement too. I offer consultations these days, in person as well as online. And also on June 11th at Inner Path, downtown Nevada City, in the evening, I will offer a new form of sound healing, and it is a DNA potentiation with the regenetics method. And I will also do a little concert or chanting to prepare us. But the session, the ceremony itself is half an hour, and it sets in motion a 9-month process of healing, where it actually activates the potential DNA, what they call junk DNA. It's not junk. Nothing that God made is junk, okay? And it's very powerful, beautiful, amazing. So if you can, please come, June 11. You can look on my website. The events are on my website. And spell Angelika with a K. Angelika Healing Music, because otherwise if you spell it with a C, you won't find me. It's a German spelling. Thank you.
All right. So now if you'd like to stand and join in to say our prayer of protection. And together we say, the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the light of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, because I am, and all is well. And our closing song, I Choose Love.
And this song is by Sue Riley.
Peace in my life is growing because I choose love. Love's always present, it's what I'm made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one. One time.
not just right now, but in every moment, right? All
Yes,
right.
yes.
Good job.
Thank you all for coming. Blessings to you and this glorious day. Enjoy your.
Thank you, everyone, for choosing to come this morning on Memorial Day weekend. I thought you'd be out in nature church, but maybe I can do that now.